Hi everyone, I'm going to walk you through the end of Unit 2 test, Part 2, and this is what the assignment looks like. So it's this over here on the left, and you're going to need this information over here on the right in order to complete it. Question 1 is worth 10 points. It says that a seismograph station that's capturing information from the ground movement from plate tectonics. It's located 2,000 kilometers from an earthquake's epicenter. Explain the order that the S and P waves will arrive at the station by using the characteristics of the waves. So we talk about P waves as the primary waves, S as the secondary waves. P waves move the fastest, and S waves move slower. So use that information and go back into the lesson from Unit 2. I think it's lesson 2.13 that talks about the difference between primary and secondary waves. So go ahead and look at that and use it to enter, and you'll get your points there. For this table, I know it's a little bit more complex, and that's why I wanted to have the video to walk you through it. It says many geologic features are associated with various plate boundaries. Place an X in the block or the cell for each geologic feature that is associated with the plate boundary labeled at the top of each column. So here it says oceanic convergence. So if we go over here on this diagram here, we have an oceanic plate converging with another oceanic plate. So this is what we're looking at. What features do we see? Do we see a trench? It looks like here in this diagram we have a trench. So I would put an X in this first box. An island arc between the trench and the continent. Well, it looks like here we have an island arc between the trench and over here is the continent. So that looks like another X. Mountains on the coastal side of the trench. Well, there is no coastal side of the trench in an oceanic convergence. We do, however, have one when the oceanic plate meets a continental plate. So here's the mountains on the coastal side of the trench. Here's another trench. Here's the coastal side. So we can actually put a couple blocks in here. This we've moved over to an oceanic continental convergence. We also see a trench and we see mountains. So that's what you need to do to complete this assignment. For the first part, you can see here that I've gone through some of these. Don't forget hotspots. There is not a hotspot on this diagram, so let me go back and get a hotspot diagram for you. But we see a hotspot like we have over here. So a hotspot is when you have magma that comes out in a place that's just in the middle of a plate. It's not at a plate boundary. So when you have that kind of hotspot occurrence, you end up getting volcanoes and islands. So it looks like this, a linear chain of mountains on the seafloor. This is just like what happens in Hawaii. You get that at a hotspot. There are not two plates coming together. There aren't two plates meeting here in this situation. And so this would be the only feature that you would see. So I am leaving you to do Rift Valley. That's where you have divergent plates, and a mountain range with a plateau on one side. So you want to go back to that last diagram that we were looking at and look at when you have here a high plateau. So that's exactly what it's asking about there. If you have trouble with the assignment, feel free to stop by office hours or email me or send a text message and let me know, and I can walk you through it. Again, you could submit this assignment and see how you do, and if you'd like to improve your grade, if you're not sure why you got one answer wrong or if you missed something, you're always more than welcome to resubmit. Keep up the great work. Let me know how I can help. Take care.